Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about another installment of replacement brushes for LA Colors polishes. I uploaded a video recently talking about DRK 39mm brushes work beautifully for LA Colors polishes. I used to be a big collector of LA Colors polish in general just because they are a very affordable brand. However, the brushes they come with are just not something that makes application very easy. So I ended up going through my LA Colors collection and destashing polishes due to the horrible brushes. I just don't understand why companies have brushes that are so finicky to work with. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't have an issue with non-paddle type brushes, that is great. That's amazing. I wish I was able to do that. I wish I was able to just overlook it because the price tag for the LA Colors polishes is such a great deal. I just wish I could overlook it. And I've tried doing that in the past and got to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to use these polishes because the brush makes it hard to get a smooth, easy application. So I went searching, did research, found that a brand DRK sold paddle brushes that supposedly work with LA Colors polishes, which they do. So I did end up purchasing from DRK. That is a brand, it's an indie brand, but the brushes are $7 for 30 of them. Purchasing is only open for DRK certain times of the month. So if you are somebody that is looking for a replacement brush and want to get your hands on the brushes ASAP, it's going to be a little tricky going through DRK because she is only open, I think, the very beginning of each month, give or take. Somebody had mentioned that you could go on AliExpress and pick up a 60-plus piece of paddle brushes for under $4. Now, you have to include shipping, so it's probably more so, I don't know, $4 to $5 for 60 brushes, but still, it is a really good bargain. I went ahead and tried this out. I went ahead and purchased not one box of brushes, but 2 boxes of brushes from AliExpress. And this is what they look like. They come in a resealable plastic container. They also have a little cap here. The reason for the cap, these brushes are stated to be disposable. You are supposed to use the cap to apply your nail polish with these brushes, and then discard the brush and grab a new one for your next manicure application. My husband's like, these are disposable. Are you sure these are the right ones? These are, in fact, the brushes that were linked in a viewer's video recently, so I picked these up. Again, they're right around $3.60 I did have to pay shipping. I think for one box, it is a little over $2 for shipping, but it's still a really good deal. I got these in the mail yesterday. I ordered them on the 29th. It took 4 weeks for me to get these. Here is a up-close view of what the little package from AliExpress looks like. This is what you're going to get. You get, I believe there's 60-some brushes in here. I didn't count them or anything. The listing states there's 60 or so brushes in here, and then you do get this cap because these do state they are disposable. So we have this one, which is a traditional LA Colors style brush. It has the straight cut bristles at the end, and it has a little bit of a different top here. As you can see, you have a little bit of a lip here, and then this part goes up inside the cap. So when I initially was looking for brushes, I went to this brand here, which is DRK. You could see here, these are not the same as far as length. With DRK and LA Colors, there's a little bit of a length difference. The tops are also different, as you guys could see here. However, they do work well in the LA Colors polish bottles. I have done a video talking about it. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it below. But they do fit beautifully inside this type of LA Colors bottle. However, this bottle in particular, I could not get the DRK brush to sit in the cap. I don't know what happened. It just didn't want to stay put, and I thought, okay, the cap has to be a dud. I'm not really sure what happened. I tried multiple times to use the DRK cap brushes for this particular polish color, which is in Chill Out, and it was not working. It worked for all the rest of my LA Colors polishes, but for this particular bottle of polish, I could not use DRK. So, with that said, I went and ordered the AliExpress brushes, which is this one here in the center. So this is the AliExpress brush. You can see here there is a huge difference between lengths. Beside that middle brush, which is the AliExpress, they're very close. It's a hair longer, but they are very close in length. I feel like there is a slight angle here. I don't know if it's going to pick it up or not. I feel like it's just ever so slightly angled, just a little bit. I don't know if that is going to get any worse or not. I will update you guys in the comments. But you could see here it seems to work rather well. I will say that. It seems to work. I do feel like it may... Let me show you guys this way. I feel like it just might be leaning ever so slightly to one side, and I don't know if that's just me or if this is a hair too long for these bottles. Now, I will say, looking at the bottom here, if I am holding it straight and looking at the bottom, I'm not seeing anything touching, but that is going to be a little tricky to notice if it's just barely touching the bottom, but it is slightly touching. It may kind of cause the brush to be a little bit distorted. I don't think it's going to be unusable. I will update you guys in the comments, but just know that it is a hair longer than the traditional LA Colors brush, so I'm not really sure if it's going to be an issue long term if you buy the AliExpress brushes. Editing Tori here. I wanted to show a close-up picture of the length of the AliExpress brushes. You can see here it gives you measurements on the width that goes into the cap and then how long the brush actually is from top to bottom. They work beautifully. I don't think they are too long as I thought. I think it's going to be just fine. For the inexpensive price for these, if you have to periodically change them out, I don't think that's a deal breaker in my opinion. I think they're going to work well enough, and I'm happy to have them and be able to use my LA Colors polishes. This is what it looks like. It fits inside that cap beautifully. I have not had any issues at all. It actually worked with this polish, whereas the DRK ones did not. So I think it's a good idea. You can even see here, I feel like it's not leaning at all. I thought it was, but if you're looking at it sideways, it looks like it's straight to me. So maybe they're not as long as I think they are. I know that other viewer, and I'll list her down below. I do apologize, I don't know her first name, but I'll list her. But I wanted to just let you guys know my thoughts on this. They are just a hair longer. They fit beautifully inside the LA Colors caps, and I love that about these. So that is a great alternative to the not so good LA Colors brushes. So you have a couple options here. I feel like DRK is a great alternative. You're not going to have any warping or anything like that because it is significantly shorter. DRK is a 39mm brush, which is what you need for the LA Colors polishes. I am not sure how short they are because obviously, you know, I do put them in a full polish bottle. I do not have an empty one from LA Colors that I can share with you guys and be like, this is what they look like. So you'll have to kind of play around with it if you are in the market for these brushes. I think it's a good option, especially if you have polishes, you don't like the brush. You can use the cap that comes with the AliExpress brushes and just do what I plan on doing. I have got polishes from specifically like Pampered polishes that I don't like the brushes, and I am having trouble trying to find a replacement brush to go in her polishes. So with that, these are a great option. They are a really good choice if you are in the market for something, and these are inexpensive. They are $3 and change. I will say at the time of filming this, these are out of stock. This particular set of brushes is not available, but they do have some other ones that's just, you just don't get as many. So I will link to whatever I can down below. AliExpress is definitely going to be your cheaper option. You get much more for what you pay, but DRK is also a great option for if you are in the market for a different type of brush. So I hope that you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, list them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you later.